What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Malcolm Existential, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today's Friday, December 22nd, 2023. Got 3 days till the big holiday on Monday, Christmas, and I'm gonna help you get a little, try to help you get a little Christmas, little extra Christmas cash to do some final shopping for the holiday here. But before I get into that, um, if you have a gambling problem, please don't watch. Go contact www.gamblersanonymous.org. All right, and also. But if you don't have a gambling problem and you want to continue to watch this type of content, please like this program, subscribe to this program, leave comments, and share this program, all right? We usually hear, especially during the football season, really Thursday through Monday. Didn't do a show last night, but I do have one today. I have one tomorrow. And I'll have one Sunday, Christmas Eve. And I don't know about Christmas Day, though. I doubt it. Okay? But nonetheless, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, all right? Let's get right into it, all right? I got 3 joints for you today. All right? Now I'm going to take them in order of, not necessarily importance, but, this NBA game. Here, you got the Washington Wizards going out to the Bay, take on Steph and Golden State. Steph had that what was this three-pointer streak, hitting at least one three-pointer. What was it, 268 games? About 4 seasons, whatever. He had that snapped a couple nights ago. Came back with 6 against Boston, okay? And today he's at home against Washington Wizards, one of the worst teams in the league. Even though Steph and them are currently under 500, the Wizards are just dreadful. And he probably won't be playing very long this game. But we never take a superstar, and Steph's more than a superstar. He's an all-time great. He's just not the best point guard ever. Y'all need to stop that shit. He ain't fucking with Magic. All right? Magic will bust him. But I digress. We never take a superstar at home for the under. We always take the over. Even though I think Golden State's going to win the game, but it might not, though. I think that loss of Draymond Green is kind of going to be more serious than he realizes, because you lose some toughness with that. Even though he's an asshole, some of his stuff is reprehensible. But the choke he put on Gobert, I wasn't mad about that. Because Gobert's choking his guy, Klay Thompson. If anything, Draymond Green's job is to protect Steph and Klay. He's the team enforcer. So he does the shit. He kicks LeBron in the ball, steps on Sabonis' chest, does shit like that. But I digress again. In this game, I'm going to take Steph to get over his 3-pointers. Okay? Over 5.5 3-pointers. Okay? That's minus 132. Not the best odds for that many threes. But, he's going to bang out about 6, 8 of them. And then sit down for the rest of the fourth quarter, because they're going to smoke Washington. All right? So Steph for his 3-point total. Over 5.5. All right? Now, secondly, that game starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, all right? Secondly, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we got some puck action, okay? We've got the Boston Bruins going up northwest to take on the Winnipeg Jets, all right? This is their first meeting this year. Both teams are like 19-9. Boston's 19-4, actually. Winnipeg's 19-9. So you got 2 teams with a lot of wins between them already. And it's their first time out. Boston's the first time this year Boston's a clearly experienced team. You know, they had that all those points last year and didn't make it to the didn't even make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. You know, so they got a lot to prove this year. Winnipeg, on the other hand, they got a lot to prove because they've been an up and coming team last couple of years. You know, we've been watching them. Arizona's been getting better the past couple of years, and you know we like New Jersey. Jack Hughes and them. You know, those are three teams that we've watched for the past couple of years, along with, you know, your Torontos, you know, just basically saying keeping an eye on these teams, even though we knew that Boston and your Tampa Bays and your Florida Panthers, your Colorados were more than likely going to finish up in the money. Still been watching those teams because we knew that we was going to have to deal with them coming up in the future. And here it is, the time of reckoning. Okay? I don't think that Winnipeg's ready yet. They're good. They're not ready for the type of heat and the experience that Boston has. Even though Boston's only slightly older, slightly more experienced. You know, I think the average age difference is like 29.3 to 28, something like that. 29.3 for Boston. I just don't think Winnipeg's ready yet. They will be. This time next year, we'd probably take them. But right now, we're going to take Boston. Okay? Actually, we're not taking either one of them. I take that back. Because of these teams' defenses, like I said, they're still around the same age. The league average of goals saved is 92%. Both of these teams are at 93%. Okay? Boston at 93.7 and Winnipeg at 93%. We're going to take them both. We're going to take this to both of these teams to score under 6 total goals. It's minus 110. All right? Under 6 total goals. It's minus 110 odds, all right? Or 6.5, whatever your spread is on the book you use. It's usually 6.5. So we're going to take whatever it is, the under. Under 6.5, minus 1. It's not going to be a lot. It's going to be a 3-1 game. 2-1. This might even go into overtime, 2-1. I just don't see a lot of games. Both of these teams are hungry, got a lot to prove, and they're going to play defense because they always have all year, all right? Then lastly, first game of the day. This is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, okay? We've got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl down in Tampa at the Pirate Ship, Raymond James Stadium, where we've got the ACC's Georgia Tech taking on the Big 12's University of Central Florida. Okay, as you know, Georgia Tech just in the past couple of years got rid of head coach Paul Robinson in that option offense. Brought in some passing game, you know, to bring in some better recruits. You know, the option you know, up under the center is kind of dead as it is. You know, other than the service academies, nobody really does it. Okay, but the Rambling Wreck, Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, they score 31.2 points a game. And they give up 32.5, I should say. Okay, they run for 5.4, and they allow 5.4. That's dreadful. That's a great running attack, but that's a dreadful attack to on defense. That's a terrible effort. 5.4 yards allowed. Defensive line got to swell up, okay? In the air, they'll throw 232 yards and allow 212. So the DBs are slightly better than their offensive players, all right? Central Florida, on the other hand, they're also 6-6. Now, they run for 5.7 yards a carry. They allow 4.8. Again, dreadful. You know, but that's what you get out of a Gus Malzahn defense. You know, he doesn't bring much defense to the party. He's gonna, you know, come out there and try to outscore you. Okay? In the air, he gives up 259, only allows 205. You know, because he's a fun and gun type of coach. You know, a lot of gimmicky shit, you know, he does. You know, that's who he is. But as a conference coach, he's dreadful. But as a one-off coach, he's a problem because he does too much unconventional shit and it throws teams off. Okay? So that's why we're going to take Georgia Tech, not Georgia Tech. That's why we're going to take UCF, Central Florida. Spread is 5.5. We're going to keep it there. We're going to take UCF minus 5.5 for minus 110 odds. All right. You like the over? I think it was like 66.5. I like it too, but you know, if you want to take that, go ahead. But I'm gonna go ahead and stay with the UCF covering 5.5 points. Like I said, if you're not in a conference with him and see him on a yearly basis, you got to go look up too much other people's film. You ain't looking up on him on a weekly basis or seeing him and other teams. He's a problem for you, Gus Malzahn and his offense. All right. So let's recap. Okay, 10 p.m. Eastern, we got Golden State hosting Washington. We're taking Steph to get over 5.5 3-pointers. That's minus 132 odds. Okay. 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got hockey. Boston Bruins at the Winnipeg Jets. We're taking that game to go under 6.5 goals. Okay. Minus 110 odds. And then lastly, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. We got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Georgia Tech versus Central Florida. Central Florida is a 5.5-point favorite. We're going to take the chalk. Central Florida minus 5.5 for minus 110 odds. All right. So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And you know the show's motto: if there's games to be played, there's money to be made. We'll be back tomorrow with a host of NFL as well as selections from other sports. All right. Hockey, college hoop, everything. All right. But in the meantime, let's hook up on social media if we're not already. My X or my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it. It's officially called X now, so let's respect it. Is at Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIEROTHSTEIN. Go ahead and send me a follow on there, and I'll definitely follow you back. I ain't no hater. All right. And don't forget, like and subscribe to this channel, okay? And we'll be back tomorrow, more action. But until then, everybody, be well. Peace out.